Hello everyone and welcome back to another video on iRacing. Today we're back in the Toyota GR86, this time at Fuji International Speedway. Before we get into the guide, I'd like to thank you for 400 subscribers. It's so amazing that we've gotten to this number so quickly. Without further ado, let's get straight on with the guide. For turn 1, we're going to be braking at the curb on the left hand side of the track down to first gear, trying to take a late apex but not cutting too much of the curb on the inside. If you do this, it will lift your right set of tyres up into the air and make you spin. You can actually get on throttle quite early here, as the exit is much wider than you think it is. For this fast left-hander, we're going to be dabbing the brakes at the 50 board to get the front turned in, and then getting straight back on throttle, shifting down to third gear and making sure we cut as much of the curb on the inside as we can. The bollard signifies the track limit here, and on the exit is the red and white curb. With this right-hander, you want to let the car drift out to the middle of the track, and then trail brake quite early on to get the front turned in, shift down to third gear for the rotation, and then you can actually cut some of the white line on the right here as this AstroTurf. You can let the car run out further wide than I did there, but if you don't need to, it's good to cut the meters. Here you want to be braking just after the 50 board and shifting down to second gear, trail braking quite far into the corner, then getting back on throttle before the apex, making sure we cut as much of the curb on the inside as possible, then let the car run out wide to get a better exit onto this long straight. This next section is very difficult. We have a right-left-right chicane. You want to be braking just as the 50 board goes out of your screen on the right hand side, down to first gear, very hard braking, and then trail braking into this first apex, taking a tight line and then getting back on throttle so we can take this next two turns flat. You don't want to touch any of the curbs, as if you do, it will engage the TC and lose you lots of time. For this right-hander, you want to be braking just as your car lines up with the left side of the track, turning in quite late and then getting back on throttle early, again cutting all of the curb up to the bollard to make sure we get a good exit. Don't touch the curbs on the exit, as I have gotten suspension damage from hitting them too hard before. This is the first of the blind apex corners. You want to brake quite late and turn in late, making sure we scrub as little speed as possible, keeping our minimum speed up. Again, we're cutting all of the curb up to the bollard, making sure we trail brake to get the front turned in. Again, don't touch curbs on the exit, the second one's fine, the first one isn't. Here I've added an exterior point of view so you can more easily see my braking inputs and line through the corner. You can see I brake quite early and turn in early using all of the exit. The final corner is another blind corner. You want to be braking in a straight line from third gear down to second gear, and then trail braking into the apex, getting on throttle early to get a good exit onto the final straight. I'm taking a late apex works very well here. Again, here's an exterior point of view to see my line. I turn in later than I did than the previous one to make sure I get a good run into the straight. So that was one lap. I forgot to mention at the start of the video, but this is the fixed setup that I'm using, with no alterations. With this car, it's very important that you carry as much speed as possible through the corners, making sure you have smooth steering inputs and waste no time anywhere. I'll now leave you the full uninterrupted hot lap. Thank you for watching the video. Please do like the video and subscribe to my channel if you enjoyed it, as I'm nearly at 500 subscribers. I hope to see you all out on track this week.